Welcome everybody to Assetto Corsa. So I've finally got hands on this game for the PS4. So just going to do like a little video, create some gameplay, look see what the game's like, and yeah, just give my first impressions of the game, cars, tracks, the options that we're given, etc., things like that. So we'll just take it from there and see how it goes. Alright, so on the menus here for the wheels, so we've got our input method, wheel, wireless controller. And it just seems to give us presets, but not anything to change view. So we can't edit anything. That's a bit silly. So we have to choose one of these presets, and that's it basically. And that's a bit crap. So for this first race, I'm going to do the Fiat Abarth 500 Assetto Corsa at Silverstone National. We'll see how this kind of goes. Hard, single opponent, single make, same class. How many opponents can we get? We'll do 15. We'll do a 5-lap race. And yeah, we'll take it from there and see how it goes. And we'll put penalties on just to kind of see what the game allows in way of penalties. Oh, my gearbox off, clutch on. Oh man, loads of stuff here. Traction control off. ABS on, stability control. Well, it shouldn't need stability, but we'll do it anyway. We'll put full damage on, see what it goes. Tyre wear, fuel consumption and whatnot. Plenty of options for us to go through. So yeah, we'll just jump into this race. We'll give it a bash. Since I'm so used to kind of racing competitively on iRacing recently, I thought I'll go for something that's front wheel drive. There's nothing similar to the touring cars that I do drive, so I'll just go with this. This is kind of the car I want to use in the Sunday League when we start that up again. And Silverstone National, track I quite like a lot. We've done it many times in iRacing and stuff as well, so it'll give me a good test or a good comparison to see how I feel about this game. Right, we're just going to go straight into it, leave everything as it is, and we'll go for it. I don't even know what the view button change thing is. Oh my god. Steering is so heavy at default, fucking hell. Can we change that? My word, that is so heavy. No? Right, we'll do the race on really heavy and we'll just try and adjust it. Oh, it's like driving a bus. Not even a bus is pretty easy to drive. Lighter than this. I do quite like these markers to tell you where cars are, but my word, are they everywhere. Okay then, so I've done, just coming around to finish the second full lap, and it's so far so good. The only thing I've got to say is the default setting for this wheel is super heavy. It is honestly unbelievably heavy. This cannot be good for the wheel as well, having this much weight on it. So yeah, that needs to get changed straight from the off. But handling wise so far, kind of this car handles like you'd expect a front wheel drive car to do, like a little race car. It's not really a touring car as such, but yeah, it's kind of how you'd expect it. It's just the weight of the wheel. Oof, thanks for the bump there. The weight of the wheel is yeah, I think kind of changing that a little bit to what it realistically would be. Will give a different sense of immersion really. But no, so far so good for this little Fiat. There's I don't know if it's the sound or what. There's a little bit where kind of that last corner. It does sound like it's tearing a little bit with the sound. So the back end kicks out there. I think it was a little bit too aggressive on the brakes, and that's what you'd expect from a front wheel drive car. It happens in the Kias all the time on my iRacing leagues. But yeah, so far so good from what I've played. AI, put them on hard. They're not too easy and they're not too difficult either. So I had a good few battles and a few bumps along the way as well, which is what you'd expect in a little bit of we'll say touring cars. Okay, I've just pressed the handbrake without realising what it was. Nah, on a straight line that wasn't handy. Around the corner, oh, get the tail out a wee bit on the front wheel drive car, it's not what you need. That wasn't too bad then for a wee first race. That's a weird way to end though, just how all the cars jumping off the screen. But yeah, that wasn't too bad for a first race. Got a wee bit used to the game, understood what it's all about. I imagine just because it's a quick race, that's the way it ends. But yeah, that steering definitely needs to change. Bloody hell, man, that was so heavy. Would it have been the force feedback? Yeah, we'll turn that down a wee bit and see how it goes. Now, we're just going to quickly jump to Barcelona. That's just the default settings for the track. So we're going to quickly just jump to Barcelona and just make sure that those feedback changes that we did on the wheel actually play a part. So yeah, we don't want it to be as heavy as it was, because trust me, that was actually insane. So we'll just lower that a wee bit, and then we'll see how it goes. As it at 70, and so far it seems a little bit better. I'll maybe do a lap or half a lap and see how it goes. But at 70% force feedback, that seems to be much better. One thing I find is this car is third is basically the lowest gear you're going to need in this car for half the corners I've been to. It doesn't like second gear at all. Right then, so this time out we're in the Ferrari 599 XX Evo, and we'll take it to Monza. So a massive step up in power, but we'll see how this goes with just a slight percentage adjustments on the feedback somewhat on off. So I've turned the wheel down a little bit more, and I've turned the road feedback down a little bit as well to see what difference that would make, if any at all. This thing is rapid, easily in comparison to the Fiat I had before. Oh, okay, the brakes are not as good as I expected them to be. Oh my god. You have to be easy on the throttle with this thing, my word. Oh, it's biting. Oh, a bit big time. Oh, man. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, do you not want to put in? Fine then. Right, pits. We'll just go to pits. What can I muck about with him here? General, what's in general? No, it's just the car settings. Right then, no, we'll do that for now. Well, let's see if I can tame it a little bit. Okay, hang on. Let me not hit the pit wall as I exit the pit lane. Okay, the brakes are not as good as I thought they'd be in a car like this. I thought they'd stop on a dime, basically. Oh, but they're not. Alright, so I think I need a little bit of traction control or stability control with a car like this, just to help. But no, we'll try and man versus machine. Let's try and get this beast tamed a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot that's too late to brake. I forgot about that one. That was better that time though. Spinning it into the wall. Oh, too late on a turn in. Nope. Bloody hell, man. There we go, we broke a bit early. We finally made this corner for the first time. That tail again, it just wants to go out. I just need to get this under control a little bit, man. Oh, you're correct, but oh, bloody hell! You can't catch these slides. That's a bit bullshit, man. Maybe that, I don't know if that's to do with the physics of the game. Somebody could maybe tell me if they've got a problem, but you just can't seem to catch any slide no matter what kind of lock you're turning. Right, another car's a little bit damaged, but we'll do a lap and see how we get on. Nope, can't even get around the Parabolica. I know it was a bit of a shit entrance to it. Oh yeah, I'll never race in this view, but this chase cam is awful, by the way. It's such a dreadful chase cam. But this is such a lovely car, though. But yeah, it's not a bad car. It's very oversteery. Obviously, it's a Ferrari. It's got a lot of power, rear-wheel drive. It is quite oversteery. It wasn't a bad braking point, Craig. Well judged. Let's just take it nice and slow. Ease it up through the throttle. There we go. Let's try not to spin out this lap. See, it turns in quite nicely. It's putting the power in. That's the problem. It's not very good in the brakes, this car, I don't feel. It could very well be the, again, physics of the game, but it just feels like this car takes a little bit longer to stop than it maybe should. What I will say so far is I'm not overly impressed by the game. Obviously I've just done two cars and just a time trial and a race. But I'm not overly impressed. It's not really jumped out at me as to be amazing. It looks alright, looks good. The sound as well, I'd expect a bit more of a grumble from this car, a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more of a Ferrari sound to it. There is parts of it that sounds quite good, but then there's just the pops and bangs sound like they're just added there because they're meant to be. They don't sound like they should be there. They're just very tame sounding. The car as a whole sounds like a supercar, it's got a generic supercar sound to it, but it just does not sound like the way this car should sound. All you do is just go in videos. I think there's a guy, NM 2020 or whatever his name is. He always ends up going to tracks like Monza and whatnot. He's recorded cars like this and they just sound pure evil. This car doesn't sound evil at all. So it sounds a little bit of a letdown, but what I'll do is I've done a lap now. I'm going to jump in. We'll start the career mode. Let's have a look and see what the career mode's all about, and go from there. But yeah, so far not overly impressed by it. Let me check what options did I muck about with earlier on. Oh, it's in this session, isn't it, that you get your options. So let's jump into career. Let's see. So we've got novice events, intermediates, lowest lightweights. It's like a special event. Ferraris, formulas. All right, okay, yes. There's got a set path to follow, kind of thing, which is fair enough. Medals and percentages and whatnot to look at. Oh, we've just jumped the wrong way. And then Formula 1's at the very end there, so you got a few classes. So N1, Novice Series 1, it's 5 events to do, and that's what it tells us to do here. So what we got: Time Attack, a Vallelunga, I haven't had Vallelunga in ages, Quick Race, Time Attack, Quick Race, Time Attack, and the BMW. So these are the ones what are Fiat Airbass and the Alphas. So right, we'll give it a bash and see how it goes. We'll do the Time Attack first of all. Right, so we've got what, 40, so it's counting down. Do we do a whole lap of the circuit? So no, I quite like Vallelunga itself, but I've never done this shorter layout before. Also you get little checkpoints, is it? Right, okay. I have no idea what's actually happening here. So yeah, I need to figure out as well which view I want to race in, so it's either going to be a case of this one with the wheel, or this one here behind the dashboard, so it's like my wheel that I'm racing on. So I'm racing on the Thrustmaster T300, the GT, the Ferrari edition. So I have it in this view, it's just like my wheel is the wheel that I'm seeing, rather than having my wheel on the AI's, my driver's hands in the way. So I think this would be my preferred one, if I'm honest with you. Okay, maybe I thought a little dab of handbrake like I used to do in Gran Turismo might work there, but no, obviously not. But we're coming to the end now. Oh, no. I thought I'd be cheeky there. I thought it was around this corner that you got the timer running out, but no, it was that one. I got an £80 penalty, what for? Showing off to the crowd. That's a bit harsh, mate. But yeah, no, this car, Fiat 500 itself, this feels quite nice. It feels like I'd expect a Fiat 500 Abarth to feel. I've driven a standard Fiat 500 before, legally on the roads, so there was no pushing it to the limits to see what it could do. But you get these wee front wheel drive cars, the amount of power that they've got, and what you expect them to front out and whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of as you'd expect. So yeah, it's quite. Oh, that's the wrong gear. No, now you're second. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of as you'd expect. If you go too fast into the corner, you've got your understeer. If you're too kind of heavy on the brakes, the rear end will probably end up stepping out a little bit, the lighter rear end. But no, it handles as it should. So yeah, no, enjoying it so far with this car here. I've achieved the goal for tier 3. What was the target? 3,000 points, and what did we get? 5,029. So that was no bad at all. So what do you do? Do you just quit then? See, it's I'm not too sure on these menus though. Usually when you complete an event, it tells you you've completed the event and you jump out of it. So yeah, it's a little bit different. We'll do the quick race in the alpha, as we've not done the alpha yet. We've done the Fiat 500 twice now, so we'll jump in the alpha. We'll do this is the last one for this little introduction video, and we'll get a little general recap of the game and see how we're getting on. Right, so here we are in the Alfa Romeo. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to bother trying. And let's see how we get on this time around. It's a nicer interior compared to the Fiat 500. I do like the Fiat 500, but yeah, this Alpha's a lot more of a refined car, a lovely looking car. Oh, this seems to understeer a bit easier. It seems to be a bit heavier at the front. And understeer more compared to the Fiat 500 already, but oh, yeah, I'm already turning the wheel a lot more. Whoa! I don't actually know this track as well. That would help if I knew the track. I'm turning the wheel on more of a lock than I was in the Fiat, and I know there's a coming inside, so I need to get rid of it. Okay, maybe first gear was not the corner for that one. It was not the gear. Yeah, this car seems to understeer a lot easier than the Bath did. But it's actually not handled too badly so far. It's manageable understeer. Yeah, this car seems to be is a lot more understeery at the front, and on the brakes it seems to want to front out more too. I don't know if it's got more power than the Fiat 500. That might be what it is. It seems to be whenever I put the power down, it seems to wash out a lot quicker. So is that because this car's got more power going to the front wheels? We'll maybe check that next time. John O'Doe. That's one way of putting John Doe, isn't it? But he's romping away with it, so we need to. Just gonna get used to this understeer a little bit. So we were 11.5 behind crossing the line last time, and this time around with 14.3, so that guy's absolutely flying. There's no way we're catching him. He must be in the race car. There's no way he's in a road car like ourselves here, and he's absolutely nailing it. He is not just your average John Doe, that's for sure. Right, so we're putting this force feedback down a little bit. I'm going to be a bit more, I'm going to be aggressive here. I'm going to put it into 30%. I'm going to put the road feedback down to 25 and see if that makes a difference. Because it's still way too heavy, especially on these little slower cars. We'll jump back in the career, and if I just go back up to that, will that make a difference? We'll do a quick race in the Fiat this time and see how it goes, and just see what the crack is. Okay, the wheel was facing the wrong way at the start there. That would be quite nice to notice if there's a difference, but then again, I guess I was in this view, I'd have maybe seen that, so yeah. But right, and so the wheel's a little bit lighter now. Feels much better actually. It's got a nice feel to it. What other word am I going to say? So we'll see what difference this makes for me. Look at that, I feel like I can chuck it in a little bit better now as well. So that is a bit of a bonus. So we did this track, we did the time trial on this car, this track, and I'm feeling quicker, and I'm feeling more confident in the car as well. It might be because I've done laps, but it's definitely got to do with the weight of the wheel. What they've got it set at is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way, I don't think there's any way in hell anybody could race at the strength that they had it at. There you go, so that feels quite good now actually, so yeah, enjoying that a lot more. The feeling in there, obviously that's the force feedback that we're changing rather than the weight of the wheel. It doesn't have a wheel weight option as such, but that did it. That was enough for me to change that over. So there we go, got won that one there with a much nicer wheel setting feeling to it, so yeah, I think we're on the right tracks to getting this to feel a lot better now. And taking it from there. But the game as a whole, like I said before, what I'll say is I'm underwhelmed by it. It has been a little bit on the disappointing side compared to other games. It just feels like it's going to be one of those where I'll play it on the odd occasion, I'll do some league races in it, but it's not going to be one that's going to be constantly in my console. I think Project Cars, even on launch with its bugs, felt better. I'll give this a shot online with some pals, we'll see how it goes and whatnot, but so far it's not quite up there for me. It is a little bit disappointing. I've heard a lot of good things about it coming from PC players who've had it for a while now, but no, this console one isn't quite up to scratch for me. It is a little bit on the disappointing side, but I've only been playing it for what, an hour or so now, because there's plenty more to come. I'm going to keep playing it and give it a good fair go. I love my racing games, so I'm going to keep playing it as best I can. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. You can see the full thing on my Twitch channel. I live streamed the whole first play of it, and I'm just going to cut this down for you guys on YouTube, and we'll go through it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.